Sunday morning, January 14th, 2024. Best baseball player of the year, 1982. Robin Yount, Hall of Fame. First win for him. He won 4 categories. Most hits, 210. Most doubles, 46. Slugging percentage, 578, and total bases, 367. 4 categories, nobody else had more. Willie Wilson had the batting title, Reggie Jackson home runs, Willie Wilson triples, and Willie Wilson singles, but he had 3 categories. Robin Yount had 4. So I'm giving 1982 to Robin Yount. Hal McRae had the RBIs. Paul Molitor, runs scored. Ricky Henderson, base on balls and stolen bases. Mike Schmidt on base. So Robin Yount stands out, 1982. Let's look at his year. 156 games, 635 at bats, 129 runs scored, very good. 210 hits, very good. 331 batting average, very good, and he had 114 RBIs. How about that? I've mentioned it before. If you can enter the season with some goals, you're a baseball player. You enter the season with 3 or 4 goals. I say, for me, if I was playing, I would have 3 goals. 100 runs scored. Actually, 4 goals. 100 runs scored, 200 hits, 100 RBIs, and bat over 300. Now, home runs, doubles, triples, singles, on base, slugging, on base, and total bases, all that will factor in. But if you can have those 4, you can have a good year. Robin Yount, 1982. 129 runs scored, 1. 210 hits, 2. 114 RBIs, 3. And he bats .331, 4. Excellent. I like Robin Yount. 3,142 career hits. He plays 20 years, plays from age 18, until he's age 37. If I was him, I would have played till 40. He had 3 more years to go. Why stop? .250 homers, 1,400 RBIs, had 1,600 runs scored. Very profitable player. 1 flaw. Sorry, Robin. 1 flaw on Robin Yount. Even though he got 3,000 hits, he's a member. His career batting average, .285. I like guys with a career batting average 300 or better. Robin Yount played 2,856 games and had 3,142 hits. So that's more than a hit per game averaged. But he wasn't a high average guy. He had 1982 was his best year, 331 batting average. The following year, he gets 308. And then he had a 312, a 312, 306, 318. But a lot of his other years, he was below 300 batting. He had a 250, 260s, he had a 293, a couple 270s. So I'm looking at his career stats. He just had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 300 batting seasons out of 20. I would like to have seen about 10 or 12 or 13 over 300. Did you know that Tony Gwynn played 20 years, had 19 seasons over 300? Ty Cobb played 24 years, and he had 23 seasons over 300. So it's possible that you can extend your whole career and bat over 300 just about every season. Isn't it interesting that Gwynn and Cobb, 300 or better every season except one time? And for Cobb's instance, it was his first year. And in Gwynn's instance, it was his first year. Did you know that Tony Gwynn batted 289 his first year? And then the next 19 years, he was over 300. He just missed out of having 20 years of 300 or better batting. That would have been amazing. You know what? I've been trying to look it up. Is there a player in Major League history that batted over 300 every single year he played? Now, maybe there's some guys that did it 8 years in a row and they only played 8 years. Doesn't count. Maybe there's some guys that did it 10 times, 10 in a row, and then quit. But that doesn't count to me. If you can do it every year you played and have like a 15, 16, or 18 or 20 year career, even 25 year career, that would be historical. I haven't found a player. The closest two guys, the closest are Ty Cobb and Tony Gwynn. Batting 300 every year, but in both of their cases, one time they failed. I believe Cobb in his first year batted 240. Then he went 23 years in a row, 300 or better. Gwynn batted 289 his first year and then went 19 years in a row, 300. I think Ted Williams is another guy, 300 every year, except maybe, I think there was 2 times. I can look it up just to be accurate. Ted Williams. Let's put his name in here. Ted, got him. Let's look at his career. I think he's the next guy, and I believe Stan Musial is another one. But look at Ted. Let's see. Yep, one time for Ted. Ted played 19 years and had 18 seasons over 300. Interesting, 1959, for some reason, he played 103 games and batted 254. Uncharacteristic of Ted Williams. But every other year was over 300. Of course, he had a 400 batting season. So there's 3 guys there. I'm not sure on Stan Musial. He would be another guy that was very consistent with the batting average. Let's see. Stan Musial, I got him. I'm looking, a lot of 300s. Oh, he had about 4 seasons under 300. Okay. The other guy that would be considered, maybe Rogers Hornsby, huh? Let's look him up. Rogers Hornsby, because he had a 358 career. Did he have a season under 300? First season doesn't count because he had 18 games. So that's all. There's a 200 there, but let's see. I'm looking. Yeah. 1930. Let's see. That's about 3 times for Hornsby under 300. So far, Cobb, Gwynn, and Williams. 300 or better every year except one. Is there another guy? Well, let's think of the guys who are in the top 10 in batting average career. Joe Jackson. Would he be a guy? Let's see. Even though he got suspended. Let's look at Shoeless Joe. Let's see. I'm looking 3. You know what? He's got 1 season too, under 300. he started off his career as a 21-year-old, just played a couple games, so he's under 200 there. That doesn't really count. But he was over 300 most of the time. I see 1 year where he was under. But he only had a 13-year career. See, I like the guys 15, 16, 17, or 18-year career right in there. You got to have a lot of careers, or a lot of years in your career. Maybe you're curious about Babe Ruth, huh, Babe? Let's see, how many, did he have some years under 300? Let's see, yeah, he's got, toward the end of his career, yeah, he's got about 3 seasons under 300. Lou Gehrig is another one. Lou, he'd be another guy I'd consider. Yeah, he's got about 2 or 3 years under 300. How about another guy, Tris Speaker? He's got 3,500 career hits. Where did he end up? Yeah, he's got about 2 seasons under 300. So the top 3. What am I trying to say right here? I'm dealing with Robin Yount. Let's get back to Robin Yount. He batted .285 for his career. I like guys with a career batting average over 300. And I like the guys even more when it's 325 or higher. And of course, the guys who are 340 or 350 higher, they're just in a class by themselves. They're superb. They're outstanding, and they're in my top 10. Where would I put Robin Yount? He's Hall of Fame, and he deserves it. 3,000 hits. 1,600 runs scored. I'm also looking at Robin here. You know, he had 1 200-hit season. And that's the year we're dealing with right now, 1982, 210 hits. Where would I put Robin Yount in my rankings? Maybe 25 through 30 or 35 right in there. Probably 30 guys ahead of him. Maybe 35 guys ahead of him. But he's deserving Hall of Fame. I like his 1982 season because he got the 100 runs scored, he got the 200 hits, he got the 100 RBIs, and he's over 300 for that season. And he wins the total bases that year. All right, let's say we're done with 1982. What's next? 1983. This will be an interesting year. Who wins it? Stay tuned. I'm out.